Is it more likely that the India alliance now fritters away, or could they potentially come closer because the Congress will be far more realistic and reasonable when they're sitting across the negotiating table? If they'd won 2 or 3 of these heartland states, they would have been flying in the air. Now they'll be more earthy and more grounded.
See, yeah, in terms of the bargaining power, the regional parties now do have a bargain that the Congress party has not performed well or has been routed in the 3 Hindi heartland states. So they should tone down their expectations. But from a Congress perspective, or from this conceptually, if you see this alliance, there is already some level of alliance in bigger states. Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, Bihar, there is already a formal alliance of the UPA. That's number one. Number two, the 1-to-1 contest which Tyagiji is speaking about, if you just follow the principle of natural justice, and which you are showing on the screen, wherein the party which was winner or runner-up gets to contest the seat first, then you end up with around 450, 400, 450 seats. So there should not be a problem in seat adjustments also. However, the problem for the regional parties, or the red herring, is the fact that Congress, which is the leader of this alliance, it is, I mean, in a way, because it has the maximum number of seats and almost half of the vote share of this bloc, has not been able to perform in the key 190 or the 65 seats, which are part of the larger 200 bloc seats, which are 1-to-1 contest with the Congress party. Now, I'll give you a data. There are 190 seats in 2019, 175 BJP won, 15 Congress won. The vote share lead of the BJP was 18-19%. And the vote share of the party which finished runner was only 4%, which means that the regional parties actually do not have a significant role or a very limited role in these seats. Congress is on its own in these seats, and the results show that the best, or the, let's say, the party which is expected to defeat the BJP and thus help the India bloc defeat the BJP is in very poor form, running into the grand finales in 2024. And that would not be a comforting factor for regional satraps like Akhilesh or Mamata or Arvind Kejriwal.
Do you buy that, Sushmita, that this argument that the Congress is so weakened that it doesn't really add as much of a force multiplier? If we take the seats of West Bengal, for example, if the Congress is with you, you're more likely to get some of the minority vote which will consolidate. But even otherwise, the minorities are most likely going to vote the Trinamool because of the fact that they want to keep the BJP away. So do you really see the Congress add anything at all to the Trinamool tally, to the Trinamool vote share in West Bengal? Or do you think they're more of a liability, more naam ke vaste, and not really adding any real meat?
No, I mean, when several parties come together to form an alliance, you have to look at everybody's strengths and limitations. So words like liabilities cannot be used for an alliance partner. But what is what Mamata Didi, even in Mumbai, made it very clear is the quicker the seat sharing discussion is closed, the easier it becomes for everybody to prepare, because they know who's fighting when. And clearly this is a negotiation. Even if a party is going alone, who you are going to give the ticket to and who you are not going to is also a negotiation. So I think to say that Congress is a liability here or is a liability there, or Trinamool has nothing here or nothing there, that's not the right spirit for an alliance. But I do feel that I wish the Congress party had started the discussion on seat sharing rather than waiting for these state elections to get over, because we are
Lavanya, do you think that's a fair argument that you kind of, because you thought you were doing well in the heartland, at least in a couple of those states, you just held everything back till the 8th of December. Now that the results are out and you're shocked by what's happened, now you're beginning the process. The Trinamool and many other parties argue to be time better used had the seat sharing, alliance, common minimum program discussion just continued rather than being put in abeyance.
Well, Rahul, like I said earlier also, all alliance partners are very mature politicians. They're aware of the losses and the winning that might happen in elections. And no, Congress did not withhold it, only waiting for these election results, right? There were multiple reasons why the discussion got delayed. And yes, we all agree that there was seat sharing and all other issues must be quickly closed and we should be on a war footing. Congress party also understands that we are in sync with what our alliance partners are saying. We do not disagree with them. We agree we should be on a war footing. But that is not the reason why Congress delayed it or why it got delayed all this while, the seat sharing discussion. But yes, I would like to reiterate
आपको लगता है केसी त्यागी जी ये जानबूझ के कांग्रेस ने डिले कर दिया, टाल दिया कि नतीजा आएंगे तब बात करेंगे, तब आपको भी पता चलेगा कि कांग्रेस की हैसियत क्या है, क्योंकि उनको लग रहा था बेटर करेंगे, अब जब हवा खुल गई और नतीजे आए नहीं मनमाफिक, अब इनको लग रहा है कि अब सीटों पे बातचीत करते, तृणमूल कांग्रेस को लग रहा है कि बेवजह का डिले हो गया।
देखिए राहुल जी, हम लोग एनडीए में भी रहे काफी लंबे समय तक, यूपीए के साथ भी रहे और उससे भी पहले कई गठबंधनों के नेता रहे हैं, साथी रहे हैं। अब मैं भी इंडिया गठबंधन की एक कमेटी का मेंबर हूं जो मुंबई में बनी थी। 3 महीने से लेकर के आज तक एक भी मीटिंग नहीं, एक भी। अब ये चुनाव के दौरान हम लोग तो, मैं आपको बताता हूं कि हिमाचल प्रदेश में चुनाव हो रहे थे, हमारी पार्टी वहां चुनाव नहीं लड़ रही थी, कांग्रेस बीजेपी के बीच में मुकाबला था। नीतीश कुमार जी से मैंने पूछा, उन्होंने कहा नहीं जाओ और कैंपेन करो। मैं गया, प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करी बगैर बुलाए। हमारे मित्र राजीव शुक्ला वहां पे इंचार्ज थे, उन्होंने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस, और कम से कम आप ये तो देखते, अब समाजवादी आंदोलन का वहां बड़ा असर रहा है राजस्थान, मध्य प्रदेश, छत्तीसगढ़ में। मैं एक किस्सा जरूर सुनाना चाहता हूं, 2000 के आसपास, 2002 के आसपास का किस्सा है। बांसवाड़ा हमारा इलाका था, हमारे 2 एमएलए थे, एक बाई इलेक्शन था। उस समय भैरव सिंह शेखावत यहाँ आ चुके थे और वसुंधरा राजे को चुनाव लड़ना था मुख्यमंत्री पद के लिए। वो 2 घंटे तक शरद यादव के यहाँ बैठ करके, इंतजार करके, मिल करके, टाइम तय करके तब दिल्ली छोड़ा उसने। तो ये जो किलिंग इंस्टिंक्ट है जो बीजेपी के अंदर थी, वो कांग्रेस पार्टी को भी लानी होगी अगर इतनी महत्वपूर्ण और बड़ी पार्टी से लड़ना है। ये उस सिंड्रोम में मत रहिए, माफ करना भाई मेरे कांग्रेस के मित्रों, दैट दिस इज 1971 और दिस इज 84। वो जमाना चला गया, वो था जमाना, इंदिरा जी जाती थी, घूमती थी, वोट पड़ते थे, अब वो नहीं है। अब तो देखिए राजस्थान, मध्य प्रदेश, छत्तीसगढ़, तीनों राज्यों में कांग्रेस के मुख्यमंत्री थे और तीनों में सीट लोकसभा की कुल 3 थी। तो हम तो चाहते हैं आपकी 30 बने। आपसे ज्यादा कष्ट में हम हैं नवानिया जी कि आपकी पार्टी क्यों हार गई। हम जो हैं इस गठबंधन की मदर पार्टी हैं। हम लोगों ने प्रयास किया था पटना में, आपके साथ तो माफ करना केजरीवाल जी नहीं बैठ रहे थे, अखिलेश यादव जी नहीं बैठ रहे थे, ममता दीदी ने साफ मना किया था। हम लोगों ने प्रयास करके पटना में सब आपके आसपास बैठाए और एक ऐसा माहौल बना था। राहुल जी भी अपने चैनल पे बोलते थे कि यह मजबूत मुकाबला होगा। आप लोगों ने ये इतना डिले करके, सब लोगों को साथ ना लेकर के अपना नुकसान किया, इंडिया का किया, और जनता की जो एस्पिरेशंस थी वो भी आपने कमजोर की। ये मेरा इल्जाम नहीं है।
Respond to all of what you just heard from KC Tyagi, that they could have come and campaigned for you. Each of these chief ministers, their parties, the machine that they have, could have pitched in some small ways, but the Congress was so arrogant that the likes of Kamal Nath didn't even want to give Akhilesh Yadav half a dozen seats in the areas neighboring Uttar Pradesh, where the Samajwadi Party could potentially have been able to help. You were sitting on a high horse, and that's the fact. Respond to KC Tyagi, Lavanya Balal.
With all due respect to my senior colleague from JDU, so we do understand your concerns that you're saying, but it is not arrogance. I think it is being set in the ways that we have already been working, and there was no change in the way that we have worked in the past few years. I think it comes from there and not from disregard for our alliance partners or disrespect to our alliance partners. We are so used to fighting the battle alone, and we, I think, did not take this decision of fighting it with our alliance partners, facing these elections with our alliance partners. I'm sure my senior leaders are aware of this and will course correct. This is not arrogance. I'm sure this is the way the Congress party has functioned and continued till these elections.